To the third position game between Mighty Titans and Gentlemen's Cricket Club. Arun from Mighty Titans will flip the coin and Sajid will do the calling. Tails. Reflip. Tails. Tails is the call. We'll wait for the umpire to say.
Tails. Tails.
Tails it is. Sajid, you won the toss. What do you want to do?
We will be bowling first. The conditions don't look like favoring for a batsman right now. It's very foggy and and looks like the pitch might be damp as well. So looking at that thing, and we have been doing a good work, I think so, in terms of chasing. So that's the sole reason that we will be bowling first.
3 games you'll have played, not on the winning side. Probably one last thrust, a better performance would land you that trophy.
Well, absolutely. That is what we are looking for. At least to go home with one win. To be honest with you, we have been doing some good, playing some good cricket from some last couple of tournaments. This tournament was not in our favor. So yeah, we would be looking for a bounce back. To be honest with you.
Anyway, all the best for that. And
Thank
we
you
have
so much.
Arun coming forward to speak to us.
Best of luck, Arun.
Arun, predictable that if you lose the toss, you're going to bat first.
Exactly. Everybody will choose to ball first. So we have nothing to do. We have to, chase a target. We will try to restrict the opposite team. So let's see.
Yeah. And one win, and that too against this team.
Yeah.
Is that a mental advantage that you'll take when you go into this game?
Of course, we had a few close matches before. So because all 3 matches we played, we lose in a very less margin. So and we won against this team before. So we feel like we can win this match.
Anyway, all the best, and that's the news from the center here that Mighty Titans are going to take first strike. Sajid won the toss and elected to bowl first.
See, out. Beautiful, out. Piece of engineering. भाई धूप बहुत तेज निकली है देखते हैं धूप कितनी तेज है ऑलरेडी वेट I was supposed to play that.
शबाज और कासिम इधर में हो जाएगा अगर मैच आगे पीछे हो रहा है तो कासिम वहीं पे करेगा Hello, check.
Okay, okay, start. Morning and welcome to a misty Saturday morning here for the Sri Sunil Deopadhyay Memorial Tournament. Ball number 1, Sajid bowling to Shams. Takes a swipe down to mid wicket for a single. He is off the mark, so is Mighty Titans. Gentlemen's Cricket Club captain Sajid won the toss, elected to bowl first. As we see the mist starting to clear as drives it down towards mid-off. And the man there moving to his left collects it. Another single. Goes on to 2. Ball number 3 comes to drive this over. Long on. One bounce into the fence he goes. Quite close to the fence. 6 with 2 men outside. Cow corner now. Pretty unusual field. Another one. This time man at cow corner comes into play. One bounce to him. It just got the news that the game's been reduced. The delayed start. And so this one plays it down to short cover for a single. The score moves on to 8. He's saying after this over I'm going up. This one again, another swipe. Man at cow corner running to it towards deep mid wicket. Can't get that. Second boundary of the over. Second boundary to see. Score moves on to 12. So end of the first over. 12 for the loss of no wicket. Pradeep, his partner, is क्या करूं इधर करूं कि ऊपर चले जाऊं चेयर ले लेता हूं इधर बैठने के लिए हां नहीं ज्यादा दूर नहीं इधर ही Nidin Girijavallaban is the next bowler, partnering Sajid to open the bowling. Right, I'm over the wicket. Quite appeal for an LBW, but given leg buys, score moves on to 13. Brings Shamshu on to strike. This is the Sri Sunil Deopadhyay Memorial Cricket Tournament Season 3. All the 4 teams that had participated are playing as of now. As Shamshu plays another one towards square leg, he collects his third boundary. Anything slightly short, he is cuts and pulls the one that's slightly up towards him, decides to drive down the ground. Score moves on to 17. We're in the second over of power play. With only 2 men allowed. Bowling Shamsu this time drives this towards short covers, takes off for a quick single. One more run to the total score, moves on to 18. Brings Pradeep on to strike. While Mighty Titans and Gentlemen Cricket Club are playing this round, as Pradeep again plays softly towards mid-on. Man from long on, Sajid, comes in and fields the ball. Another single is collected. We have Bulls taking on Dubai Titans in the finals on the ground adjacent to us. Mighty Titans won the toss and, as predicted, decided to bowl first. This time asking for an LBW. Decides the ones going down leg side probably. Score 19 for the loss of no wicket. 1.5 overs completed. Last ball decides to chance of a catch for the man at short dropped. So a reprieve for Shamsuddin. Gentlemen's Shamsuddin lucky to survive. He is dropped by the man at short third. He moves on to 16 of 8 balls with 3 boundaries. Mighty Titans defeated Gentlemen's Cricket Club when they met at the league stage. That was the only victory that Mighty Titans managed to win in this tournament so far. Courtesy of that, are playing this third place game. Shamsu again going back, plays it towards cow corner. The man there doing the fielding there. Keeps it down to a single. Sajid's a crafty bowler. Bowls the slowish off breaks. Gives it a lot of air. The batsman has to use all the power. This time Shamsu deciding to let that one go. Probably the bounce vindicating that decision for him. This time plays across the line. Chance for the man for the wicket keeper, and the first wicket for Gentlemen's Club. Pradeep Kurupat, the man out. Is caught behind of the bowling of Sajid. 21 for the loss of 1 wicket. Yatin Kadam, the wicket keeper.
चेयर कितनी दिए थे और चाहिए 3 लेट की करेंगे
Welcome back as that's a number 3 is down at the center. Umesh Cheruata, the man at number 3, coming at the fall of Pradeep's wicket. The partner Shamsuddin now, who's batting on 17 of 9. Sajid making sure he sets his field. The man at gully, the man at point, cover, shot cover. Man at mid off as plays this towards gully. Quick single taken. Man at short mid wicket. .22 for 1. Shamsu on strike. This time sweeps this one towards square leg. Nobody patrolling the boundary there. So another boundary to him. Score moves on to 26, and Shamsuddin now moves into this 20s. He's 21 of 10 balls with 4 boundaries to his credit.
Shamsu on strike this
Let's come
time.
with the game plan. Change of field again. The man at long on being sent towards wide long on, and the man at cow corner now going towards deep mid wicket. Anticipating him to play it angularly towards the widest long on, leaving the area down the ground vulnerable if Shamsu decides to go, as he plays this one this time through the offside. No chance for the fielder that shot covers or covers. All the man at cover can do is go down and retrieve the ball. Another boundary. Score moves on to 30. End of 3 overs, 30 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shamsuddin's done bulk of the scoring. He's got 25 of 11 balls with 5 boundaries. .30 for 1. Nitin to bowl his second over, the 4th of the innings. Right, I mean, drives this through. The man it covers. Half a stop from him. 2 runs to the credit. Score moves on to 32. It's cooler conditions here at the Playfit Sports Eagle Sports Ground. Pretty unusual for the weather here in UAE, as we're in the desert area. And Nathan stops this one, so a rare dot ball. As we have a rare weather situation, the mist is still hovering around over the pitch. As he drives this one back to the bowler, so a couple of dot balls. We want to get a few more dot balls to their credit. The wicket is still damp out there. The ball's not coming on as great. It's stopping a bit on the batsman. Batsman will have to make those adjustments and keep looking for the one that this time plays it towards point, and a quick single taken. Harish doing the fielding there, but unable to stop that single. Bring Shamsu on to strike. Score moves on to 33. He's done well so far in this over. He has managed to give away 2 singles of the 4 balls. He would want to close it out on a better note. As we see the sun starting to beat down the ground towards the left, as Shamsu hoists this over deep backward square leg for another boundary. So the momentum that was halted with for the first 4 balls is suddenly released again. Score moves on to 37, and Shamsu moves on to 29. He's just faced 12 balls. He's going at a strike rate of 241.67. He's already been dropped once, so gentlemen cricket club should be wary of him, that if they keep dropping catches of him, he's not going to stop himself. Will go and get a big scope for himself as he decides to come a couple of paces down. As this time slightly fuller. Result still the same. Another boundary. The end of the over. 2 runs of the first 4 balls and then followed with 2 boundaries. 41 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. He is now batting 33 of 13 balls with 7 boundaries. So every second ball that Shamsuddin has faced, he has scored a boundary of that so far. As we see the first bowling change coming up. Arun Victor, first change, right arm over the wicket, bowling to Umesh. Chance of the man. Arun Victor of his own bowling drops that one. The ball was swirling in the air. He couldn't make the catch, so another reprieve. This time to Umesh. We're in the 5th over and already 2 catches have been dropped by Gentlemen's Cricket. As this time cuts this one, and all the men in the ring can do is just go down to the boundary and collect that one, as Harish is doing it as of now. 46 for 1. He's scored 37 of that. Change in the field. The man at point being asked to stand in the deep point region. Power play, so only 2 men allowed. Man at deep cover now. This time goes downtown. 1 bounce over the ropes. He goes 3 overs. One of those. He's got 9 boundaries to his credit. This is the Sri Sunil Deopadhyay Memorial Cricket Tournament. As Shamsuddin plays this one to a short fine. Umesh drives this back to the bowler. Arun fields off his own bowling. Score remains on 51. Last ball of the 5th over coming up. They're going at 10.55 an over. Sam across the line and he loses his stump. The off bail comes down. So the second wicket down. 51 for 2 of 5 overs. The current run rate, they would be reaching 184. Remember, this is an 18 over game instead of a 20 overs.
को तो बोलो यार जी
Devendra Joshi, the new man, because Umesh was out on the last ball of the fifth over. Vinesh Pandey comes into bowl. He's bowling to Shamsuddin. Slightly short, starts off with a wide. Wanting to bowl that fastish off break. Doesn't ball it within the line, so he'll have to reload. Score moves on to 52. Sam plays it down the ground. The man Nidin doing well to keep it down to a single. Gets Shamshu off strike. Beg your pardon. Score moves on to 53. Started off with the wide and then a single. The Joshi on to strike to face his first ball. Cuts this one towards point. The man moving to his left keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 54. This tournament is being organized by Vineet Deshpande in the memory of his father-in-law. Sri Sunil Deopadhyay was an avid cricket fan, as we all normally Indians and Asians are. Shamshu wanting to swipe this one towards covers. Run there. Ball into the... This time drills it down the ground. The man Sajid unable to stop that one. So another boundary. Score moves on to 58 and he moves on to 46 of 19. This was his 10th boundary. He's dealing in boundaries. Doesn't believe in running a lot between the wickets. With the missed, finally making its way away from the ground. This time slightly outside the off stump, keeping it outside the hitting zone of Shamsu. The dot ball, 58 for 2. Last ball of the power play coming up. In the air, but over the man. End of 6 overs and a 21 ball, 50 runs for Shamsuddin. 11 boundaries to his... It's been a power play of a one-man shows. It was Shamsuddin. Although they lost 2 wickets, their run rate's always been around the 10 plus mark. And it's been Shamsu who's done the bulk of the scoring. He's got 50 of the 62 that they have scored so far. Field restrictions now removed. We got to have extra men. You've got a man at deep cover, a man at long off, long on, man at cow corner, man at deep mid wicket. Falling down leg side, another wide. Score moves on to 63. Devendra Joshi doing the right thing, playing with soft hands to the man at point, takes a single, goes over. Some moves on to 70. 70 for 2 in 6.3 overs. Current run rate of 10.77 will project their score to 194. This is a 18 over game, reduced by 2 overs due to the delayed start, as this one moves on to 74. .72 for 2, as this time the man it covers, but through his hands, and the ball once again finds the fence. So the missed field getting another boundary, 13th boundary for Shamsuddin. He moves on to 62. Score moves on to 76 with 1 ball to go in the 7th over. Even though the field restrictions have been removed, the result's still the same. Shamsuddin is managing to find the boundaries at will. There's no stopping him at the moment. Change the field again. Vinny taken away from shot mid wicket to the man at square leg. This time to the left of square leg. 1 run completed. End of 7 overs. 77 for the loss of no wicket. 11 runs per over will get them to 198 as Vinith comes back to bowl his second over. Well, we'll have a glance at the finals that is going on. 4.2 overs. The man out, Shoaib Sharif was out LBW for the first ball he faces, and Khurram Akhlaq is retired hurt from 2 of 9 balls. Darshan, the designate wicketkeeper, as of now is 19 of 11. As we switch back to this game, this is a full toss. Ball, this one was slowing the pace. Back to the bowler, Vinith, and a miscommunication between the man at long off and long. Still the same, bringing the umpire down. It's all happening. A drop catch. Umpire on the 7.3 penalized for bowling it wide. So one more run. Score moves on to 82. This one very slow. Shamsuddin early onto the shot. Lucky for him, didn't crash onto the stumps. So score remains on 82. Drills this one down the ground. This time the fielder is much alert. Sajid, the fielder at long off, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 83. This is the last ball of the over coming up. This is the last ball of the 8th over as he places his soft hands again towards the man at gully. There's a misfield there. Brings them another extra run. And more importantly, brings Shamsu onto strike at the start of the next over as he decides to take a quick drink break. 8 overs completed, 85 for the loss of 2 wickets. If we have a look at the scorecard, Shamsuddin batting 68 of 31 with 14 boundaries. Pradeep Kurupat is caught by Yatin Kadam off the bowling of Sajid for 3 of 6. Umesh out for bowled by Arun Victor 5 of 8. And Devendra Joshi not out 4 of 3 balls. 5 extras, 3 wides and 2 leg byes. Have another bowling change. Arun Victor taking a break. Sajid comes back to bowl his third over. He's gone for 22 of the 2 overs he's bowled. He's got a wicket. But all the bowlers have been expensive so far. They have bore the brunt of this man in the center right now. Sajid 2 overs, 22 runs, 1 wicket. Nitin 2 overs, 18 runs, no wicket. Arun Victor 2 overs, 24 runs and 1 wicket. And Vineet Deshpande 2 overs, 19 runs and no wicket. Now the slowish one plays it across the line towards the man at long on for a single. Score moves on to 86. Plays this one over square leg. Man there unable to cut that off. So the first boundary for Devendra Joshi, the 15th boundary of the innings. 14 of them have come from the blade of Shamsuddin. Score moves on to 90 with that boundary. Devendra Joshi this time plays it late towards the man at gully. By the time the fielding is done, another single. Score moves on to 91, brings Shamsuddin on to strike. Sajid wants his men to be at the right place at this time. Shamsu places in the air. A couple of bounces to the man at long on, single. Score moves on to 92. This time cuts it towards short third and a quick single being taken. Score moves on to 93. This game's been truncated to 18 overs due to the delayed start. Dot ball to end the over. 9 overs completed. As we change ends. Welcome back. Over number 10 to begin. Charlie Joe, the new bowler. Bowling from the desert end. The first 9 overs were bowled from the commentary box end. As Devendra Joshi, Charlie Joe, full toss and dealt with disdain. One bounce over the backward square leg area. A loosener from Charlie and a gift for Devendra Joshi, who moves on to 14 of 7 balls. He's got 2 boundaries to his credit. Not much protection on the leg side with the men at deep backward square leg and the man at mid wicket. There's quite a lot of spaces in case Charlie errs in line. So Score moves on to 98 with that single. Brings Shamsu on to strike. .98 for 2. So tosses one. Shamsu goes towards long off for a single. One bounce towards the fielder. Score moves on to 99. Now the tossed up delivery and the ball going towards a deep backward square, fielded with his feet, but the result's still the same. It's another boundary. So the 100 coming up, 103 for 2 in 9.4. And Devendra Joshi now getting into the act. He's making full use of the freebies that have been dished out so far. He helps himself to his third boundary as Charlie Joe tosses this one up, but plays it towards square leg. By the time the man at deep backward square comes in, on just one run being taken, brings Shamsu on to strike. Score moves on to 104. .104 for 2. As Charlie Joe tossing this one up, and Shamsu sends this high and handsome over the bowler's head. Wait for the umpire's signal. It's a boundary, so his 15th boundary. He moves on to 75 of 36 balls. Score moves on to 108 for 2. End of the over, 108 for 2 in 10 overs. Current run rate of 10.8 will get them to 194. Sajid comes in to bowl his last over. He's given away 30 runs of the 3 overs that he's bowled so far. Slow one. Devendra Joshi plays it towards wideish long on for a single. Score moves on to 109. .109 for 2. This is the third position game between Mighty Titans and Gentlemen's Cricket Club. As another tossed up delivery and over the man at long off for the first maximum. Score moves on to 115 and he moves on into the 80s. He's 81 of 37 balls. .66 of the runs he scored have been in boundaries or over them, as he plays this one towards short fine and rather backward square leg and a single. He gets off strike. Score moves as he walks across the stumps and plays it down towards mid-on for a single. Score moves on to 117. This run rate of 10 runs and over is now gone up to 11 runs and over. Plays it down the ground, misfield by the bowler, but just a single. 118 of 10.5 overs. Last ball of the 11th over coming up. As you can have a look around the field, that hardly any enthusiasm, just running through the motions, waiting for the batsman to make a mistake. And at the rate that these two are going, doesn't look like they're in any mood to give away the wicket. They're just piling on the runs as a single being collected. End of 11 overs. 119 for 2. Sajid Teji completing his quota of 4 overs, 41 runs, and he's taken 1 wicket. Charlie Joe to continue. He's given 15 runs at the first over that he's bowled so far. Devendra Joshi cuts this one to a short third. And a quick single being completed. Score moves on to 120. Brings Shamsu on to strike. Who's now batting on 83 of 39 balls that he's faced so far. This one down the man at long off. Could have been a better effort. A chance that they would want to collect. Not to be a single being scored. Score moves on to 121. Slowish one. Misses that one. And the ball goes on to hit the stump. So Devendra Joshi is out. He's out for 24 of 15 balls. A wicket against a run of play. Not a wicket-taking delivery, but when luck favors you, you got to make use of it. 121 for 3 in 11.3 overs. $70-run partnership being broken. New man in, Anup Kamath. Right-hand batsman coming at number 5 at the fall of Devendra Joshi's wicket. Sam goes onto the back foot, plays this one to a short covers single, and he's off the mark. Score moves on to 122. So far, 3 runs and a wicket being taken in this over. We want to close it out on a better high as this time Shamsu drills this one down the ground. The man at long on, running few paces to his left and collects the ball. So a single. Last ball of the over. Anu plays it in the air. Chance for the man at long on, but one bounce to his end of a good over for Gentlemen's Cricket Club. They've been wanting to have such overs from the beginning so far, haven't? 5 runs coming off it and a wicket being taken. 124 for 3 at the end of 12 overs. Current run rate of 10.33 will get them to 186. Vinny Deshpande coming back. He's bowled 2 overs and given away 19 runs. Over the man at first, the man at deep cover, running to his right and collecting the ball. So another single to the total. Score moves on to 125. 125 for 3. Over covers, nobody got a chance to move, and another boundary. So it's 129 for 3. Moves on to 89 with 16 boundaries and 1-6 to his credit. There's no stopping this man as of now. Yatin, the wicketkeeper, trying to get the men in the best position possible. The man at cover is being sent towards extra cover now. This time, the man at long on, and another maximum, the second maximum. Score moves on to 135, and he moves on to 95 now. Just going from strength to strength. He's batting on 95, 135 for 3. As Vinny this time tosses, this time towards a man at long on. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 136. 12.4 overs completed. To strike. Roxback cuts this one towards extra cover boundary. 1 more run taken. Score moves on to 137. Brings Shamsuddin on to strike. He's 4 away from a magnificent century. He's just faced 44 balls for those 96 that he scored so far. In the air, ball swirling in the air. The man at extra cover, rather covers, unable to hold on to that one. 1 more run added to the total. Score moves on to 138. End of the 13th over. $14 runs coming off that over. Welcome back as Moez Junaid comes into the attack. He is bowling to Shamsuddin, who's batting 97 of 45 balls. Plays this one towards long on. A fielder there. Single completed. They come back for the second. Brings him on to 99. Score moves on to 140 with that. And wanting to play this one towards covers, gets an inner edge, goes towards short square leg. A miscommunication between both the batsmen, but no harm done. So a dot ball. He remains on 99 of 47 balls. Just 1 run away from a magnificent century as Moyes comes into bowl. Places down the ground, and a beautiful century of only 48 balls with 16 boundaries, 2 maximums. It's been an innings of class. He's been on the rampage right from the word go. Anything short, he's cut and pulled. Anything up to his, he's been driven down the ground or over that. And the result is a magnificent century of 48 balls, strike rate of 208. As Anu places back and a drop catch by Moyes. Score moves on to 142. So far, Gentlemen's Cricket Club have not been held on to any of the catches that have come their way. And the result is that they're going to be chasing a tall score by the end of the 18 overs that will be bowled, as Shamsuddin misses one. So does the keeper. We'll wait for the umpire signal. It's off the bat, so 101 of 49 balls to him, 143 for 3. As last ball of the 14th over coming up. Tossed up towards the man at long off. 1 run to the total. Score moves on to 144 at the end of 14 overs. Another 4 overs to go after this. Current run rate of 10.29 will get them to 185. Charlie Joe coming into bowl. He's given away 20 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled. Anup Kamath playing this towards deep mid wicket, gets another single. Charlie Joe to Shamsuddin, tosses this one, misses it one, and is being caught behind. So finally his innings comes to an end. He's 104 of 50 balls that he faced. Being congratulated on his way out, Harish. And a wicket that they are searching from the word go. Finally get it after 14.2 overs, not after 100 runs, 101 of 50 balls that scored by Shamsuddin, caught by Yatin Kadam off the bowling of Charlie Joe. 16 boundaries, 2 maximums. He's waiting for the photos to be taken, gets his helmet off. New man Prashant Kurup comes in at number 6. There's a new man in. Prashant plays it towards wide of long off. By the time the fielder fields it, another couple of runs being scored. 147 for 4 in 14.3 overs. As Charlie Joe just got a second wicket. Group missing that one, waiting for the umpire signal, and that's another wicket stump. So 2 wickets. Score moves on to 147 for 5 of 14.4 overs. Yatin Kadam, the man, after getting a couple of credit as well. They should bring some respite to the Gentlemen's Cricket Club, who have had a campaign which is not really gone their way. They lost all the 3 league games, and in the finals, after winning the toss, electing to bowl first, the receiving end of a magnificent 100 scored by Shamsuddin. He scored 101 of 50 balls with 16 boundaries and 2 sixes. And the last few overs have managed to get 3 wickets into their credit. Pretty cool conditions here in UAE. Not something that we are accustomed to. The sun is shining, but there's still a bit of breeze and the conditions quite cool. A good day for cricket on a weekend Saturday morning. As Charlie Joe bowls this one towards the batsman, who takes off for a single. Ranjit Partha, the man who's struck the first ball to a single. 148 for 5, brings Anup onto strike. Last ball of the 15th over, tossed up delivery, places down the ground. The man at long on, giving the chase. We'll wait and see what he's done. He's done well to keep it down to 1, but cannot stop the second from being taken. So the 150 coming up in 15 overs. The last 3 overs come. Anup Kabat now batting 9 of 8. Ranjit Partha batting 1 of 1. Charlie Joe's completed 3 overs. He's given away 26 runs and taken 3 wickets. Moiz Junaid coming back to bowl his second over. He's given a 6 runs first over that he had bowled. 155 in the air towards the man. 1 run scored. Score moves on to 151. Current run rate should get them to 180. They will be eyeing 180 or more. It's a wicket that's pretty easy to bat on. (151 for 5). Anup on strike. This time plays it down the ground back towards his partner, who fences off with his glove. Just check whether he's okay. He says he's okay, and the game continues. Score moves on to 152. Tossed up delivery, Ranjit plays it down towards long on, couple of bounces, and another single. Score moves on to 153. Ranjit batting 3 of 3. Anup Kabat in double figures. He's now 10 of 9, no boundaries to his credit. He'll want to get a couple of them, as this one's bowled wide, so 1 run added. Score moves on to 154, and he'll have to reload again. In the air towards mid wicket, the man coming under it. We'll wait and see. He drops another one, and to agonize it, it's another extra run also given away. So 2 runs coming off that ball. Score moves on to 156. Apart from Yatin, the wicketkeeper, none of the catches have been held. 154 for 5. The 156 for 5. This time towards the left of point. Harish fielding the ball and throws it 1 bounce to the keeper. quite close to the stump. So one more run added. Score moves on to 157. This time across the line. Lucky for Ranjit, didn't go on to hit the stump. So end of the over. 16 completed. 157 for 5. $157 for 5. 6 overs completed. We'll now start the penultimate over of the innings. This is an 18-over game, truncated due to a delayed start. We had a misty morning, while it still continues to remain cool as Charlie Joe continues. Ranjit plays it in the air. The man at mid-wicket this time holds on to it. So the 4th wicket for Charlie Joe. Man out, Anup Kamath is out for 13 of 12 balls. $157 for 6. This is the 17th over of the innings. One more over. First, Charlie Joe, 4 overs, 30 runs, 4 wickets. He's got 4 of the 6 that have fallen so far. Moyes over the innings. He's given away 13 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled so far. Tosses this one up. The man there, Arun Victor, fielding it with his feet, but again tripping this one over the fence. So welcome boundary again. 171 for 6. डोंकी बोलते हैं, एस भी बोलते हैं उसको, गधा ना, ए डबल एस, हाँ, डोंकी लिखो ना, क्यों क्या हुआ है. 171 for 6 as Ranjit helps himself to the second boundary, this time towards extra cover. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 172. Wanting to run off a misfield, Vinith quite quick to pounce onto the ball, keeps it down to that single, brings Anish on to strike. $172 for 6. Missing that one, so does the keeper. Anish survives. More importantly, a dot ball. This is what they will want. Now the 3 more balls left in the innings. 172 for 6 as Moyes bowls and Sam plays it high in the air towards deep mid wicket. The man at square leg running to his left and keeps it down to a single. So 173 as a couple of balls more to go in this innings. This time Anish wanting to come back and take strike, but Ranjit declining the request. So just a single being added. Moyes bowling to Ranjit. This time over the man at point, and the ball racing towards the boundary. Not much protection on the offside. There's only the man at extra cover, but he's just moving to outside the boundary and collects the ball. So 1 more ball to go to the innings. 179.
हेलो
चलो अभी तो ब्रेक है ना. नहीं चलेगा ना, देखो पावर बैंक तो मैंने फुल चार्ज किया हुआ था.
तो विनीत से ले लेना.
बॅटरी तो वो माहित नाही झाले विनीत है, विनीत लकी फोन है, लकी भाई यहाँ पे बैठे हैं।
ओ कैप्टन वाला बोल है कि ये इसमें इसके पास है।
हाँ यहाँ पे देखो
जी
हाँ
अपना किधर है बॉटल्स? यही है क्या?
नहीं है इसमें क्या?
सब अपना ही है।
तीन ओवर बाकी है, खेलो जल्दी जल्दी थोड़ा वाइड बॉल डाल।
आप लोगों का कितना ओवर हो गया?
16 ओवर चल रहे हैं।
कुछ भी नहीं हुआ पूरा 22 और कितना है 180 रन बने एक एक भी डिफॉर्म नहीं पूरा रेड से लेकर फुल ग्राउंड शॉट्स भी गए 183 बने पूरा ये नहीं है क्योंकि यार वो बॉल का कॉस्ट तो डबल से ज़्यादा है बोला ना तो वो ऐसा दो दो यूज करेगा तो कैसे चलेगा
दुकान दुकान लॉस में और लॉस में कर रहे हैं सारे पाकिस्तान
नहीं रे इंडिया से गुजरात से रणजी में का वो
सिलाई से पता चलता है ये अच्छा बॉल है तो नहीं फटता है ना सिलाई से ही फटता है
कितना कॉस्ट इसका फॉर बॉल 20-30 तक डबल प्राइस है बहुत है बैट्स अच्छे रहते तो हमारे
should work, no?
मेरे पास है
Harish taking strike. Trying to chase for their first win in this tournament, and Harish plays this one towards backward square leg. The ball racing away to the boundary. First runs boundary to start off. They will need much more than this. 180 is what they're chasing. It's a good wicket to bat on. Ball's coming onto the bat. Shamsuddin, the man who had scored a century earlier in the innings, and at the moment is not seen on the ground. Probably has made his way off. It's imperative as a cricketer that you complete the game. Score 4 this time towards short mid wicket. A quick single being taken. Score moves on to 5. Driving this one towards covers and a quick single being taken. Score moves on to 6, asking for an appeal, and he's been given run out. Or rather waiting for the third umpire's signal. I'm really sorry for that. This is the Sri Sunil Deopadhyay Memorial Tournament Season 3. Tanveer played that one towards short covers, took off for the single. Batsman confident that he made his ground. We'll wait for the umpire's decision. Yes, wait for the umpire's decision. We'll have a look at the umpires decide that's not out. So 6 for no loss. Yes, we see the score at the Bulls International have scored 122 for 5 in the 17 overs that they batted. Brings us back to our game where is now 5 of 3. He's taking strike. Tanveer down leg side. The umpire probably off the pad, so no run there. Arun Pillai, the captain, will start proceedings. Both the captains bowling the first over for the team. Sajid did it for Gentlemen's 11, and so this time drives this through covers. A handsome stroke to end the over. So end of the first over. 10 for no loss. 10 is what. A good wicket to bat on, play through the line, and you can score plenty. 16 boundaries. Second over, partnering Arun Pillai. Right arm over the wicket. Appeal for an LBW for going down leg side, a quickish delivery. Only 2 men allowed outside the circle. We got a man at long on and a long off. The field is we got a man gully, point, short cover. Man at mid on, wideish mid on rather. Another one onto the pads going towards short third. Anup the fielder. Wait for the umpire signal. Calls it a leg by. Score moves on to 11. On to strike. Chips it over the bowler for a single. Score moves on to 12. Mighty Titans will want to bowl a few tight overs to build that pressure. Already 10 runs and over, chasing 10 runs and over is a pressure situation. Again down leg side, he bowls. Bowls is slightly quicker, bowls with a slightly lower arm. Batsman much elevation to get to. $13 for the loss of no wicket. Harish plays this one towards gully, but Anup, the fielder, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 14 with 1 ball to play. Cuts this one towards gully. By the time the fielder fields, another single being taken. So end of 2 overs, 15 for the loss of no wicket. Chasing 183 in 18 overs. This game is reduced to 18 overs aside due to the delayed start. We had a misty morning. Rather, Playfit Sports Ground, Eagle Sports Ground. Arun continuing, driving this one towards short covers, but a single being taken quickly. A misfield there, chance gets them the overthrow that they're looking for, and one more run. So what should have been a comfortable one is now culminated to 3 runs due to the misfield by the bowler. When the ball was thrown back to him, there was nobody backing up from the onside. Score moves on to 18. Slightly slower this time. Harish wanting to play towards the offside, but then turned his bat and played it to a short mid-wicket and takes a single. Score moves on to 19. Down, a drop catch, so one more run added to the total. Score moves on to 19. 19 for no loss. Harish on strike. He's on 12 of 8. Two covers and plays it with softly, and the first wicket down. Harish, the man out, caught at covers of the bowling of Arun. Scored 20 for 1 of 2.4 overs. Caught by of Arun. He's out for 12 of 9 with 2 boundaries.
टीम आ गया तो करा दे अच्छा है, फिर टाइम मिलेगा ना।
Amit Nair, the new man, coming at number 3. Comes at the fall of Harish Banga's wicket. Right-hander. Drives this down the ground. The man at long on coming in. A single added. Score moves on to 21. Single's not going to hurt Mighty Titans. They'll be only looking to save the boundaries. You've got a good bank of runs that they're defending. 182 is what they scored. As another one goes, Arun Pillai brings his ball back in. Tanveer plays across and loses his leg bail. So 2 wickets in quick succession. Both the openers back in the hut. 21 for 2 at the end of 3 overs. Tanveer, the man out, bowled for 6 of 8. Coming number 4. Amit Nair plays it with soft hands and the ball racing towards the third man boundary. He collects his first boundary. Score moves on to 25. Gentlemen's Cricket Club will hope that one of these two men carry on towards the end if they want to chase down the score of 183. at the moment have lost 2 wickets in quick succession. Man out, first man out, Harish Banga out, caught by Ashik of the bowling of Arun for 12 of 9, and then Tanveer losing his stumps as Amit plays this towards fine leg. The man doing the just keeping it inside the boundary, but by the time he does the fielding, we got 3 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 28. Yes. We have a look at the finals, which is playing at the adjacent ground. Bulls International has scored 130 for 7 in their allotted 18 overs, as another one taking the edge but dropping short of the keeper. So no run there. Score remains on 28 for 3.3 overs completed. Started the innings at 10.2, has reached 10.69. The good ball, darting that one in. Nitin at the moment has missed both the ones. Lucky for him, it's not gone on to cannon onto the stumps. He's still there. He's batting none of 2 balls that he's faced. Yet to get off the mark. 3.4 overs completed. And Anish bowling the 5th ball of the over. This time plays it back towards the bowler. By the time they decide to take a single, the man at short covers running to his right. Stops that one. So no run. So 3 consecutive dot balls. Last ball of the 4th over coming up. Plays this with soft hands, short cover, misfields, and a single completed. End of 4 overs, 29 for the loss of 2 wickets. Now the current required run rate reaches 11 runs an over, needing another 154 runs of the remaining 84 balls. 14 overs, 154 required. As Arun Pillai continues, he's bowling the 5th over of the innings. Plays it with soft hands, managed on toes. Off the edge. rate is creeping up unless somebody plays a blinder of an innings, gets a few shots towards the boundaries in quick succession. हेलो हाँ बेटा हाँ 'Takes the score on to 39. $39 for 2 of 5.1 overs, needing 144 more runs of 77 balls. Rex Fernandez, the new bowler, this time onto the pads, plays it to a short mid-wicket. By the time the fielder fields, another single being taken. Score moves on to 40. For the loss of 2. This is the Sri Sunil Deopadhyay Memorial Cricket Tournament Season 3. The third position game between Mighty Titans and Gentlemen's game, as this one played towards short cover. The fielder using his feet there. Lucky for him that he's not injured himself. He's just with a bit of pain. Score moves on to 41. $41 for 2. Edge missed by the keeper, and score moves on to 43. 43 for 2. This time wanting to cut that one. The keeper making sure he latches onto that one. No runs scored. Score remains on 43. $43 for 2. Full toss, plays it towards deep backward square. This time there's protection there. Well, by the time the fielder does the fielding, another couple of coming up. 5.5 overs completed. Okay, Deep, I said yes. Last ball of power play coming up. Love it. 45 for 2. This time White could have left that alone, but decides to cut that one. The man at Gully quite quick in stopping that one. So score remains on 45 at the end of 6 overs. Chasing 183 to win this game and attain third position. Uh, 31 are already 16 for the loss of no wicket in 1.3 overs. Start of the 7th over. Full toss, plays it towards Fine. By the time shot Fine leg goes back and takes another couple of runs added. Ranjit the bowler. .47 for 2. This time starts another wide, so score moves on to 48. Another wide, score moves on to 49. This is what Mighty Titans will have to be wary about. Can't keep giving away those extra balls and extra runs. Probably going down leg side. Another run being taken. Wait for the umpire's signal. Off the bat, score moves. The 50 coming up. 50 for the loss of 2 wickets at 6.2. Amit Nair is now 17 of 9 with 2 boundaries. Nitin batting 9 of 12 with 1 boundary to his credit. Drives this towards long on. The man stationed there keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 51. .51 for 2. Cuts this one towards point. A misfield there results in a second run being added. Score moves on to 53. .53 for 2. Plays it back towards the bowler. Dot ball. 6.5 completed. 53 for the loss of 2. Needing another 130 runs of the remaining 67 balls. Current required run rate has now creeped up to 11.64. Under edges this one towards Gully. Thrown to the stumps. The stumps broken, but the batsman well and truly home. So one more run added. 54 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 7. Rex Fernandez to continue is given away 10 runs of the first over. He is bowled. Amit Nair batting 20 of 12. Starts off with a wide. Score moves on to 55. Now the wide to continue. Score moves on to 56. We need cable. 56 for 2. Short under edges cuts this one. Gully giving the chase towards the third man fence. 2 more runs added. Anup the fielder. Score moves on to 58. Rex to Amit. Flicks this one towards square. Man from deep mid wicket coming in, but by the time he total, score moves on to 60 and Amit moves on to 24 or 14. Rocks back, plays it towards long on, single being collected. Score moves on to 61. For 2. Onto the pads, playing towards backward of square. 2 more runs collected. Score moves on to 63. Time plays it towards short mid wicket, fielded with his feet. A single collected. Score moves on to 64. In the air towards the gully region. Anup, the fielder, giving the chase, but the ball wins the race. Score moves on to 68. विनीत विनीत शायद पावर बैंक चाहिए होगा मेरा नहीं चल रहा है ठीक है हाँ 8 overs completed, 68 for the loss of 2 wickets. Nathan on strike. Okay. Sam plays it towards mid wicket. The man giving the chase. 2 more runs added to the total score. Moves on to 70. 70 for 2, needing another 113 of remaining 58 balls. Cuts this one towards point. One more run added. Score moves on to 71. Commentary चालू है ऊपर? आवाज नहीं आ रही? 3 more balls before we go into a break. Comes on the ground, asking for a caught behind, and yes, this time the keeper holds on to it. So the third wicket down, 71 for 3 after. Umesh, the wicket keeper, doing the catching. $71 for 3. Lakshman Vaikar, the new man, coming at number 5. Has a reputation of scoring big. He needs to score big for his team if they want to lay their hands on the third position. Plays it towards wideish long on. 1 run completed. Amit responding to his call of 2. So 2 quick runs added. Score moves on to 73. It's the last ball of the 9th over coming up. We called a no ball for bowling outside the tram line, so a free ball. First no ball of the game, a free hit coming up, 74 for 3. Lakshman, the man who's want to benefit from that free hit, and let's have a look. Plays it down towards long off for a single, so just couldn't make much use of it. Gets only a single. 9 overs completed, 75 for the loss of 3 wickets. As we take a water break and we'll change sides. The bowling will now commence from the commentary end. माइक लेके जाओ, नहीं लेके जाओ। as Amit Nair was the last man out. Score now moves on to 83. Welcome back. 88 for 4. Lakshman now batting on 14 of 8 with 2 boundaries. Edges this one again. Short third. Making sure he fields the ball, keeps it down to a single. Ashik, the man, who's bowling that over. Under edges this one. Onto the stumps. So Sajid also makes his way back to the hut. 89 for 5 in 11. Needing 94 of the remaining 42 balls. As we run you through the scorecard, it's been a sorry state of affairs for Gentlemen's Cricket Club. Harish Banga, the man out. 12 of 9. He was caught by Ashik off the bowling of Arun Pillai. Tanvi Chata out 6 of 8. He was bowled by Arun Pillai. Amit Nair caught Pradeep off the bowling of Mohammad Sanoj. 33 of 22 balls with 3 boundaries. Nitin out for 13 of 16. He was caught by Umesh off the bowling of Ranjit. And the last man, Sajid Teji, out 1 of 3 balls, bowled by Ashik. Lakshman, the man who is holding fort at the moment, he's batting 15 of 9. Needs some sort of company if he wants to overhaul the score. The wicketkeeper coming in at number 7. As the other game on hand, which is the big final between Bulls International and Dubai Titans. Dubai Titans are 51 for 2 of 6.4. Needing another 80 of the remaining 68 balls. They just lost a wicket when Ketan Patil run out Himanshu Gaur. Ketan plays it towards deep mid wicket, 1 run completed. Moves on to 90. $90 for 5. Sanoj, the bowler. He got a wicket to his credit as Yatan plays this towards deep fine. The wicket keeper giving the chase. 2 runs completed. Score moves on to 92. $92 for 5. Again, Yatin playing this one towards the off stump, but this one taking the inner edge, going towards short square. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 93. For 5. Inner edge onto the pads. A single being taken. Score moves on to 94. And Gentlemen's Cricket Club needs somebody to now give that push that they have been missing. In the last 6 overs, somebody plays a blinder of an innings, can end their campaign on a good note. Chips is back to the bowler, no run there. Drop catch, last ball of the over coming up. 11.5 completed, 94 for 5. .89 required of 37 balls. Last ball of the over coming up. Drives this one to a short covers. Single completed. End of the over, 95 for 5. Another 88 runs required of the remaining 6 overs. Ashik to continue. Bowling to Yatin, starts off with the wide. Score moves on to 96. Beaten, keeper misses that 1-2. 1 by added to the total. Score moves on to 97.
हाँ बंद करो और आओ हाँ आओ गाड़ी बंद करो आओ
97 for 5. Wait for the umpire signal. Dot ball. .97 for 5 in 12.2. Waiting for the umpire. Another wide. Score moves on to 98. Drives this one towards deep covers. 1 run completed, wanting the second, but the fielder quite quick in throwing the ball back, so keeps it down to a single. 99 in 12.3. A wide and an extra run added, so score moves on to 101. 100 completed in 12.3 overs. .101 for 3. Plays this one towards long on. 1 run added. Score moves on to 103. 102 rather. 102 for 5.
उसको एक बार पूछ लो कि और कुछ यहाँ से लेके जाने का है क्या, मुझे नहीं पता, एक बार फोन कर लो उसको.
Another good ball. Another dot ball. More pressure on the batsman. Required run rate now reaching 15.68. 102 for 5. Every passing ball, this run chase is getting harder as plays it towards a vacant gully region, and the ball wins the race this time, goes to the fence. 106 for 5. They need many more of these in this remaining 30 balls. 13 overs completed, 106 for 5. Ashik is gone for 17 in the 2 overs he's bowled. Sanoj given away 13 in the 2 overs that he has bowled. Both of them have got a wicket each. Lakshman on strike. He's batting 19 of 14 balls with 2 boundaries. Sanuj to continue. Needing another 77 of the remaining 30 balls. Trying to play the big one. Gets one so far. And by the time Ashik can field and throw the ball, 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 108. For 5. Again, trying to play the big one. Goes down to a deep mid wicket. Anup, the fielder, much quicker this time. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 109. Drives this one towards the vacant cover region. The man from point runs right by the time he fields. Another couple added to the total. Score moves on to 111. The required run rate now reaching 16 runs and over. 72 required of the remaining 27 balls. In the air towards deep mid wicket. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 112. Playing to play the big one again. This time taking the outer edge, going towards the boundary. The fielder there. Keeping it inside the boundary, just inside the boundary. So 2 more runs added. Score moved on to 114. Last ball of the 14th over coming up. Over the man at long off, trying to get a one-hander catch, but goes over the fence. 120 for 5, the first maximum of the innings. But has it come a bit too late for Gentlemen's Cricket Club? Lakshman had been trying that for quite some time, manages to get one. So this partnership is 31 of 18. Current run required of the remaining 4 overs. 14 runs have come off the last over. Anish to continue. He gives away a single of the first ball. Score moves on to 121. With the keeper standing back, it wouldn't be a bad idea if the batsman decides to dance down the wicket and get he plays this one towards long off single. Mighty Titans will be happy to give away those singles and complete this game. 61 more needed of 22. This one to a short third, single more run added. Score moves on to 123. This is the Sri Sunil Deopadhyay Memorial Cricket Tournament Season 3. One, two, three for 5. Much better ball. Bowls it right into the slot. Just manages to get it out and send it to short cover. Single taken. 124 for 5. Wait for the umpire signal. They quickly cross over for a run. Off the bat is what the umpire says. Score moves on to 125. Last ball of the 15th over coming up. Needing another 58 runs of the remaining 19 balls. Drives it down towards long off. Single being collected. Score moves on to 126. 15 completed. The last 18 balls remaining. 57 runs required. Required run rate is now crept up to 19 runs and over. What's going on in the mind of these two batsmen? They know that it's an uphill task, but something which is not impossible. Very good. Arun Pillai to continue. Lakshman plays it towards deep mid wicket. Ashik, the fielder, one completed, but the misfields that one gets an easy 2, but that's not still not going to help Gentlemen's cause. They need those big boundaries. They need them in big numbers. Dot ball. So Score remains on 128. $128 for 5. Tossed up delivery. This time another maximum from Lakshman's bat. Score moves on to 134. Lakshman moves on to 41 of 24. Last ball of the 16th over coming up, 137 for 5. Last ball, inner half of the bat, goes to his mid wicket. 1 run added. Lakshman wanting the second, but not to be. So, end of the over, 138 for 5, requiring another 45 of the remaining 12 balls. Lakshman batting 44 of 26. Yatin batting 15 of 13. $138 for 5. Mohammad Sanuj continuing. A dot ball. In the air. Does the man at long on come in business? No, he doesn't. Another maximum. Score moves on to 144. Pradeep, the fielder. But 1 run to long on. Score moves on to 151. Another one in the air. The man at long off does the catching. So finally, Lakshman's innings comes to an end. Without for 44 of 27. 2 boundaries, 2 catches. 2 boundaries, 2 sixes rather. Devendra Joshi, the fielder. नीचे 6 ओवर बाकी है. $151 for 6. Moez Junaid, the man. This one, 2 in the air. Pradeep, the man, comes in, but unable to catch on to it. So 2 more runs added. 153 for 6. The final over coming up. 30 runs required. Last over, Anish Krishnan. He's given away 17 runs as this time Yatin plays it. Waiting for the signal. It's one bounce over the ropes. Even boundaries at this stage will not be enough. They need him to go over the ropes. 157 for 6, 17.1 overs. 26 of the remaining 5 balls. Balls are wide. Pressure on the bowler too. But shouldn't be taking that one on himself. The onus is on the batsman to score the runs. All he needs to make sure is bowl it within the line of the stumps. A couple of boundaries or dot balls not going to make much of a difference. Being called a dead ball. Five more balls left in this game. This one down the ground. Devendra Joshi and Pradeep doing the fielding. Do they keep it to one? They come back for second. Moyes doing well to come back and give the strike to his partner. 160 for 6. 23 more of the remaining 4 balls. Everything has to clear the ropes now for Gentlemen's Cricket Club. In the air, man at deep mid wicket, Ashik, the one, they come back for 2, but that's not going to help their cause. Now all Anish needs to do is just make sure he doesn't bowl an extra ball. Even if he gets it for a maximum of the next 3, they still will win this contest. In the air, the man Pradeep doing that, and a well-judged catch. So Yatin Kadam's enterprising innings comes to a halt. He is out for 36 of 21. Caught by Pradeep off the bowling of Anish. A couple of balls away from the closure of this contest. And now Mighty Titans are just on the cusp of retaining the 3rd position. And Gentlemen's Cricket Club will be going winless in this tournament. Nevertheless, they have done well for themselves. Results usually don't define you as a team. When it plays it in the air, they're going down to his mid wicket. There's 1 run completed. Last ball of the innings coming up. Last ball of the game. 20 runs, 1 ball required. Lessen the margin of defeat for Gentlemen's Cricket Club. On pads, plays it towards fine leg. 2 more runs added to the total. They close out at 165, so a 17 runs victory for Mighty Titans Gentlemen's Cricket Club, and they take the 3rd position. As we just give you an update on the game, the big final that is going on at present, 88 for 3 of 13, needing another 43 of the remaining 5.